Shanti, can you help me to better understand how I can separate myself when teaching someone that I love and care about?
Yes.
And focus on teaching them with a clear mind without getting emotional.
Yes. See, non-attachment is easy with strangers. Attachment becomes difficult when we deal with loved ones. So that is always difficult. So we recognize that and accept that. Dealing with loved one, attachment is deeper. Like a surgeon can do surgery on any patient, but on his own wife or own husband, it's difficult because he's emotionally involved. So these things happen. But when people go through suffering and we get hurt because of attachment, then two things we keep in mind. One is law of karma. Anything that happens to anyone is law of karma. Law of karma is so universal and so unique that nobody can do anything. Like whatever is coming to them, it was caused by them in one way or another. So really, even if we want to help, we can not help that situation. So it's law of karma. But we don't be indifferent, that is law of karma, that I don't care for you. So only thing we can do is, even is law of karma, we can have compassion. Compassion being neutral, much more broader vision. So we can look at their situation with compassion and don't get involved. And this is why non-attachment is not something you read and you get it. So this is why it needs to be cultivated. Cultivated in different situation, dealing with simpler situation like material attachment, attachment to, distant friend, then closer family members. But when we are attached, we cannot function properly. We can function much better only when we become impersonal. But impersonal is not indifferent. It's just broader view, looking at all other human beings as extension of our own being, so that we don't get specifically caught into that. Just like if you have injury on your toes or your finger or different areas, which one do you pay attention? You have to pay attention to everything. Same way, all the living creatures are kind of our extension. So we have to treat them that we cannot get stuck on one person. So there are so many people are suffering and we cannot worry about everyone. So we can be only instrumental. So one thing is, instead of being indifferent, being compassion. Other thing is law of karma, they suffer. And our duty is our dharma. Our dharma is to do the best we can in that situation, being an instrumental instead of desire that I want to help my friend get better and suffer less. So we can only pray for them, and we perform our duty. So whatever is our duty, we do it, and then don't worry about consequences because we are instrumental. Mother thinks I'm taking care of my children, Doctor says I'm taking care of my patient. These are all illusion. Doctor, no matter how good, if the patient is not going to survive, in spite of his effort, nothing would happen. And if patient is to survive without any surgery, patient will survive. Same way, we become doer in our ignorance, like I'm doing it. We have to be the doer. That means we do our duty, but without attaching that I am the doer, with the feeling that I am instrumental. So with that feeling, we don't suffer. And also when we have that feeling, we provide greater strength to the patient or another person. So when we drown somebody suffering, we suffer along with them, cry along with them, doesn't help them or doesn't help us. So really, we have to perform our duty and keep the spirit high, smiling, positive energy, then we become more instrumental in transferring it. But society has programmed us that it looks rude, like somebody suffering, and you don't show, external gestures, like bring flowers and all this. These are secondary. Main thing, being with them and meditating with them, providing them positive energy. This is the best thing we can do. So main thing is we are the focus. We are the focus. Self is neutral. We use our body, senses and mind as instrumental, and we serve others not to help them but only for the purpose of self-purification. Because this is how we purify ourselves, by serving without attachment. Performing our actions, our duty, but letting go of consequences. Whatever is outcome, we have no control. So we won't suffer along.